Hey, everybody. Excited about this week. I don't know if you saw last week's episode, but it was about the movie stuff. And then we said we were going to do the music one this time. And so we've been thinking about it. We've been going. And basically, you should listen to that one as well. They don't lead into each other as much as it's just that one inspired this one.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about music and how it influences you. Now, for me, music is, dude, it's such an important part of my life. Such a huge important part of my life.
I think for most people, whether they believe it or not or know it or not, it has a monster impact on their life.
I would hope so. I know for me, it's a mood enhancer, right? So sometimes I'm feeling sad and melancholy, and I'll listen to that. So sometimes I want to get out of being sad, so I'll listen to certain music. If I want to stay sad, I'll listen to certain music. If I want to be introspective, I'll listen to music. If I'm studying or thinking or working, I'll listen to some certain kind of music.
Yeah.
And it's been for me a whole thing, because I don't know about how it was when you grew up, but where I grew up, the minute you had a car, you had to put a Sherwood in there, a Kenwood in there.
Kenwood, yeah.
Yeah. So the Sherwood, just so you guys know, was the brand.
The off Kenwood.
Yeah. So if you went to the Santa Fe Springs, to the swap meet there, you would get the Sherwood.
Yeah.
Not the Kenwood.
Yeah.
It was almost like one letter off, but I had a 1978 Toyota Corolla hatchback. And I got some speakers. I put them in there, and I had a nice little system. And music even then was like, it was just so. It's really important part of growing up.
Yeah.
There was always music in the background, right? There was always music. My mom, we had that big player that you opened it up.
The console.
Yeah, the console that had the two speakers.
Yeah.
It had the
8-track. The one-stop shop where it had everything inside and two speakers, but it was all one big piece.
Yeah. It was even before cassettes.
Yeah.
So this one had the 8-track one in there. And then of course I remember buying the 90-minute ones, blank ones, listening to the radio. And you hated DJs back in those days.
Would you stop talking?
Right? Because they knew exactly, man. They would talk right up until the person started singing.
Yeah.
So every song you had, the intro was some DJ talking.
Yeah.
Before. There's nothing you could do about it.
But you knew you wanted to record the song.
You wanted the song. You knew what the song was.
Yeah.
So let me start by the first song I remember as a kid. And I remember it. On top of it, if you were to talk to my mom about it, she'll tell you, like, oh, that was his favorite song. Mm-hmm. And I used to, they would play it for me, and then I would kind of put on a show and dance to it. And it was Sugar. You know that song, Sugar? Honey,
Yeah.
You are my candy girl.
Yeah.
That was the first song I ever remember. That's the first song I ever, that ever got in my head. And it always brings a smile to my face, because every time my mom brings it up or my dad brings it up, especially my mom, it's like a gleeful moment for her. She's like, oh, mijo, remember that was your song, mijo, that was your song. And you used to dance around and do that. And then my dad would be like, he looked very gay. like that whole Latino pride thing. But that was the first song that I ever remember hearing, listening to. And interestingly enough, when I hear that song, it just reminds me of being a kid. But it doesn't remind me of the 70s or the 60s. Mm-hmm. I know it was in the 60s, but it doesn't remind me of that. It just reminds me of family and my mom and dad. And it just takes me to that place. But interestingly enough, not a time space. Just it's really weird, but I don't look at it like a space. I look at it like a space within time, not a space in time.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So what was your first?
My first recollection of is my dad. My dad's a vet, and then got into construction, became a contractor, and then so he woke up early 7 days a week.
Yeah, my dad too.
But my sisters and I, we go to school, so our sleep-in day is Saturday, Sunday. Sundays, that is just not happening. My dad had that big consola and everything. And my dad was...
Your house was one or two-story house?
One single-story house.
Okay.
And and he had all this monster stack of records of Spanish music. But there were two that he was really loyal to, and it was a Mexican artist, Vicente Fernandez, and Los Tigres del Norte.
Okay.
And I'm not I'm just gonna play it on 2 while I'm in the living room reading my newspaper. Nope, let's put this bastard to 10.
No
So
way.
the entire house wakes up, and my dad was just like, if I'm awake, we should all be awake because we are blessed to be alive, and that was my dad's weird ass mentality that we
Okay.
all have to be awake if he's gonna be awake. And so there was a time where my sisters and I hated. We would hide the records
No way.
from my dad. So my dad would find other records. So now we got into Drigo Tovar and Fito Olivares and other songs so there was just no turning back from it. Like
And it was only Spanish.
It was only Spanish, and my dad would blast it every Sunday morning without fail.
And is there a song? Is there a specific song? That
No,
kinda
he would just play
itches in
the.
your
He was
head?
just like no particular songs that come to mind. It was just all of them. Like I knew how Los Tigres would start,
Right.
and that was more an uppity vibe. Vicente was more mariachi style. So yeah,
Right.
so without hearing their voices, I knew what band it was.
Right. That was I used to. Yeah, my dad used to play La Banda del Carro Rojo.
Yeah.
So that was like and I loved it because it was a story about, and I guess it's a song about a real story that happened about guys coming to America to deal drugs or something like that or whatever it was. But yeah, and to me it always sounded like his nose was plugged for some reason.
I know what you're talking
Right?
about.
It to me it always sounded like it doesn't. It always sounded like that. But I love the story about it. I love that it's a story, right? They came from the South in a red car. They had traían 100 kilos, 100 kilos of coke. They were going to Chicago. You might go to. That's what the guy said who snitched on them. Que los había denunciado. Oh, dude, I used to love when those types of songs were played on Sunday at the house, because that's when I knew that my uncle and dad were getting along and they were in a good mood.
So the music dictated, okay, today's going to be a good day because they're getting along.
Because I knew that if they were singing those country songs, the tragos,
Yeah.
those songs, the en medio de un hormiguero, like there's, dude, like for my dad and uncle to be singing those songs, but like with passion together. Yeah, that's when I knew, like, it was fun times, bro. That's when I knew that I was going to be running inside the house and getting a Budweiser, because that's what they drank.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
Yeah.
And bringing them out to my uncle and my dad. And they were going to be, like, singing together. And you knew that those were the types of songs, the cruel dolor type shit.
Real pain, real man pain.
yeah, like I'm hiding the pain, and then I remember there was a period of time where, for some reason, we only had. Oh, that's because I was a kid, but we were in Honduras, and over there, we had was with batteries. So you'd put the 8 D-cell batteries.
Oh, like in the boom boxes?
In this little thing, but it was a record player, and then I remember, and I think it's because my dad was an orphan. But there was this song, and I don't know who sings it, and it's about a dude and a chick in Mexico that ended up being brother and sister, but they didn't know until they got together and had a baby. And so the song is about how they blamed the dad for boning all these chicks and not telling them, and that's why I ended up fucking my sister. You know, have you ever heard the song?
I don't know the song, but you're into the classics. I see.
Yeah. No sabían que ellos eran hermanos hasta mucho después de quererse. Yeah. Ay, a mi padre ni lo he conocido. Yeah.
Wow.
Es que debe de ser un cobarde de los muchos que al mundo han venido. Wait, here's the chorus. Son culpables los padres más crueles que jamás merecieron ser hombre. Van por ahí engañando mujeres y dejando a sus hijos el nombre. Fuck, el que debe de ser un cobarde. Yeah, fuck, dude. See, I'm getting it back. I haven't heard that song, dude, in forever.
Yeah, you locked it down because it's about incest.
That's
why you locked it down deep down in your soul. There's your incestuous ways.
But it's interesting, like, why did that connect with my parents? And my dad and my uncle specifically.
And who wrote the song? Because the person that wrote the song, it definitely seems. And you're not just a songwriter. I'm not gonna just start writing
that,
these words about incest. Here we go.
Like that's beyond paying your cousin at a quinceañera and nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Like these, but those were anytime songs had that kind of gravitas. It was drinking time at my house, bro. And then Freddie Fender was a part of the house for that one album.
Yeah.
Wasted days and wasted nights. It's all that, but within that context, I do also remember, like, their songs from the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, that when they'll play on the radio, it'll just take me immediately back to being a kid and feeding this dog we had named Lucky that crunchy, crazy food. And I remember because sometimes I remember tasting the dog food to see what it tasted like. I don't know if you ever did that. But.
No, I remember seeing that there's actually human taste testers for dog food.
Wait, what?
That's a very, very, very real thing. Like humans have to. There are humans that have their jobs that they are dog food taste or pet food taste testers. And this is a very real thing. I found it on TV, like in a Letterman show or something, where this guy's just opening up cans of dog food, and in front of Letterman, and it's like, okay, so this is what I'm tasting for, this is what I'm looking for, and opening up a fresh can. And I think a can of dog food is one of the most god-awful scents in the world. And this guy's just opening up and a can of 9 Lives, a little cans of 9 Lives, and he tried that. I'm like, yes, I taste the tuna. I'm like, oh, you're just killing me, dude.
Yeah. Because music is so infectious that when I think back of commercials of my day, I pretty much remember them from the songs.
Oh, yeah.
Or like if any songs had lyrics to it of TV shows.
Oscar Mayer has a way of BOLOGNA.
My baloney has a first name, it's OSCAR. My baloney has a last name, it's MAYER. Oh, I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, because BOLOGNA. Wait, because Oscar Mayer has a way with BOLOGNA. That's it right there. Dude, I remember those. I remember we're American Airlines doing what we do best. And then after that, it became, we're American Airlines, something special in the air. And then they got rid of it.
But they were catchy jingles, and that's why, like, Burger King is the best right now, because that guy that's Whopper, 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 Whopper. And then we're doing a new commercial. Chicken sandwich, chicken sandwich. It's the same rhythm, though.
Dude, I was in the car the other day, and that jingle came out, and my mom at the end goes, Juru. I was like, what? What? What are you talking about? She goes, that's how it goes, me. Juru. I was like, wow. Yeah, the old ones, man. I remember all of those. I remember, part of the reason why Schoolhouse Rock exists or existed back in the day, because this musician was like, how do we teach kids? What's a way to make sure that they remember what the lessons are? And then somebody had done a study about how music sticks with you. So he's like, why don't I just put the lessons in the music? And that's how, like, dude, I can't do the preamble of the Constitution if I don't sing it.
Yeah. I'm just a bill.
Yeah, but I can't do "We the People" in order. It's "We the people in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice to ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare at hand, ensure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America."
Wow.
I can't do that without that song.
Yeah.
Without the song, I'm lost, bro. Look, I'm just a bill, dude. I love that one, bro. I love how does a bill become a law? I'm just a bill. I'm only a bill. I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill, and then he goes, and then he gets passed, and then he gets vetoed. And then, you know, at the end, they signed your bill. Now you're a law. Oh, yeah. Conjunctions. What is a conjunction?
Conjunction function.
It's and, but, and or. They don't get you very far. Like, I remember that. The adverbs. Lolly, lolly, lolly. Get your adverbs here. The number ones. I remember all of them. Elementary, my dear. 2 + 2 is 2. Woo! Elementary, my dear. It kept going. 3 is a magic number. 4 was we went to the 4-legged zoo to visit our 4-footed friends. Lions and tigers, cats and dogs, a boat and a cow and a couple of hogs, a rhinoceros, and of course a hippopotamus. And oh yes, a horse. 5 was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 6 was cool because 6 was the black version of it, right? All those other ones were kind of campy. And then 6 was
R&B.
yeah, it was kind of jazzy. It started with like a trumpet. I got 6. That's all there is. That's all there is. And the black girls in the back count 6. Have 1 times 6. 1 times 6. 1 time. I got 2. You know, together. And it was that. And then 7, you can call me 7. That's my natural name. Lucky 7 is my natural game. The one I hated, bro, was 8. It was such a sad fucking song. It was this part of it was this girl, literally on the ice. I don't know if you remember. And she was singing in a figure 8, and the song was, "If you skate a figure 8, it'd be great." I fucking hated that one. And then number 9 was another black guy playing pool. And the whole time it was a mouse trying to get away from him, and he kept shooting the balls into the. And it was a number 9 will get you in a knot, like that. But I remember that like so clearly. Suffrage movement came like I remember it from one of those ones. That music was really, really influential to me as a kid.
Wow.
You don't remember any of that stuff?
I remember a handful of them, but I don't remember the numbers the way you remember them.
Well, they were just like such a huge part of my life. You know what I mean? That's when, like, it's funny because last night I saw this chick, and in my head I went, "A hunka for a hunk of cheese."
I remember.
Do you remember
that?
But that was a commercial.
Yeah.
It was like eat more dairy,
Yeah.
A slice of berry hunka, a hunka for a hunk of cheese.
Yeah.
But it was a big slice of cheese.
That was just walking.
And 2 little tiny skinny legs. So whenever I see a chick that's got that big huge upper body and the 2 little
legs.
skinny legs,
She's a hunk of cheese.
he's the hunker for a hunk of cheese guy. Yeah, I remember that. But when I think about like my dad, when I think about like him, I remember a song that I guess was first written in English. It was Pearl Jam did the remake of Driving Down the Road and, you know, accident song.
It's like where came I, baby be? Yeah, it's
but I only knew that song in Spanish for the longest
I knew it
time.
because my mom and dad would play that song.
In Spanish or
that's how-
English?
In Spanish. I only knew the Spanish version.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Íbamos los dos al anochecer, oscurecía y no podía ver. Yo manejaba, iba más de 100. Prendí las luces para elegir. Había un letrero en tentación. Cual pues pasamos sin precaución. Muy tarde ya fue. Y al enfrenar, el carro volcó y hacia el fondo fue a dar. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Y por qué murió? Porque el Señor me la quitó. Se ha ido el cielo y para poder ir yo debo de ser bueno para estar con... Holy shit, dude! Holy shit! I haven't thought about that like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't believe I still remember that.
They'll just trigger.
But that was so you were Spanish too.
Yeah.
I don't even know that song in English.
Yeah.
A lot of ABBA songs, my mom would only sing them in Spanish. So
Yeah.
I don't know the English versions of it.
Yeah, like I must have been at least 10 or 12 when I learned that my mom would listen to English music. My dad didn't. My dad was pretty loyal to Spanish. But my first memories of my mom listening to English music were like Grease, like You're the One That I Want. Ooh,
We had that album.
ooh.
I know all the songs in that album.
Blondie.
Ooh.
I remember her having the Dirty Dancing soundtrack, and my mom would know that one from beginning to end.
No way. Wow. I do remember we had a Beatles album, the one with the apple.
Yeah.
I just remember that because it was a double and it had an apple. I definitely remember the Grease songs because I had a friend named Tim. Oh, Tim, I told you about.
Yeah.
Tim would come over and make us like watch Grease over and over again once it came out on like VHS.
Yeah.
And so we watched that and played the song so much that like I can sing you "Hopelessly Devoted to You," bro. Dude, it's embarrassing, bro. It's embarrassing. That one and "Stranded Driving, Branded a Fool." Right, like Monday at school.
I couldn't DJ a wedding without playing "You're the One That I Want."
No way. No way.
That one just had like this timeless appeal that everybody just knew this song. You're the one that I want.
You're the one that I want. Ooh, ooh,
Honey.
ooh, honey, the one that I want. I got chills. They're multiplying. Yeah, dude. Yeah, those songs take me back to being in the projects, having that console, and just having fun and being free. And we all listened to it at the same time. And we would listen to it when we cleaned the house, because every Saturday, my job was to clean the bathrooms. So I didn't have to clean as much as everybody else, but I had to clean.
But
the shit.
you had the bathroom.
Yeah. But I had the shit.
But you had the bathroom.
And you know what's funny? Cleaning the bathroom, bro, as a kid, taught me the sense of thinking about the world and, okay, how can I make this easy on me? If I clean 2 bathrooms, I don't have to mop floors. I don't have to clean the front yard, clean the backyard. I don't have to go and map and clean and sweep and none of that. I don't have to pledge. I don't have to any of it. I just need to get that little, I don't know what they call it. It had a loop with the brillos, with the things all around.
Yeah.
So it was just a loop, and then you would comb it like this so it sticks. You got to flush it first.
To moisten everything.
You got to moisten it so that it sticks, Leave it there for a second. Get it out. That was easy. Do the thing. That was easy. Do the part that was a pain in the ass, bro, was the ring in the bathroom. I mean, in the tub. That was the one that was like, you know what I mean? Like, you see the yellow ring and...
That's my family's filth.
Like, that's my family's disgusting must. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. And it wasn't like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'd see variants of like, oh, God, I'd be like, oh. And especially it was my light-skinned sister. Like, if my light-skinned sister, like if Marta took a bath and Joaquin took a bath, he's really dark, she's really light, but both of them wouldn't clean that. You would see like the
layers.
Yeah, dude, yes. You would see like the one layer of darky brown mixed in with the light, and it was like, oh, this is fucking disgusting. That's why when I ever took a bath, I would run the shower really quick, or as it was going, I would rub the sides.
You're cleaning while you're bathing.
I was, dude, every single time I took a bath, because I didn't want my ring to be involved in everybody else's ring. But that's because I cleaned it. And so, but I remember... and while I was doing that, we would be playing that Grease album from beginning to end. We go together like Rama Lama Lama, ding dong. Remember forever that chwap chwabara yippity boom de boom, shake shake shake. Dude, I know, bro, dude. And some of this stuff sticks in my head. And just those are fun moments. Color My World. I hate that fucking song.
Yeah.
But it was my sister Olga's, my sister Maribel's quinceañera song, the walk-in song. As time goes by. I hate that I know that song. It's so sad. It's got nothing redeeming to me.
Yeah.
Other than it reminds me of my sister. That's it. Other than that, like, I don't remember. And it's interesting because they say that 14 years old is when your musical taste is done. But when I was 14, we were in Honduras. And at that time, we didn't have access to a lot of music. They had radio. But back then, it was like, it wasn't even Mexican music. It was like this group called El Grupo Miramar.
Yeah.
And they would, so that music was just a big part of my influence growing up.
Nice.
No, but it wasn't, because it wasn't like, it was there. I never like fell in love with it.
Yeah, it was just busy music in the background.
It was just there. You know what I mean? We lived in a village. It was there. I didn't have it wasn't until I was 15 that I came back, and then it was the Power 106, hip hop and R&B, and the Kiss FMs.
Kiss
you know
FM.
what I mean? And the love songs on the coast.
And it's
with
69
coast
degrees along the coast.
103. You know what I mean? When they would be like, man, we have a request. My name is Chato. I want Monica to know that I know that she found somebody and they have 3 kids, but I love you forever.
You ever tell a story? Like, I worked for Art LeBeau. Remember Art LeBeau?
Yeah.
I used to work for him.
No.
I was working, and he was based out of L.A.
Right.
And I was in Riverside, in
Okay.
California, and so he was in a bunch of stations. So I was called a board op. And what that was is I would have to play the local commercials when there was a commercial break, but I would also have to take the dedications, write them down, and fax them to Art LeBeau.
Right.
And it would be the same people calling every week.
Right.
And it was just, and there was always these Mexicans, and you can tell it's like, hi, my name is Baby Joker, and my name is La Blue Eyes.
La Blue Eyes.
La Blue Eyes, and I'd like to dedicate this to Baby Joker. He's serving 5 life sentences in Tehachapi, but I want him to know that I'm waiting for you, baby, right here. Me and our 5 babies are waiting for you, even though you're serving 5
consecutive
life sentences. But it was consistent.
What were the songs that they wanted?
Crazy. It's like 18 with a bullet. A lot of, then it's amazing how many black songs like Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. What's that? Because there were so many. Because I remember there was one particular album called Memories of El Monte that there's like, because Art LeBeau owned like so many oldies that he just released all these albums under his umbrella, and some of the so many oldies of that era he owns. And I think he passed away like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, he passed away not too long ago.
And so they were so consistent. I was so bored doing this every Sunday from 6 to midnight, and the same people calling that I was starting to mess up. It's like, hi, this is La Blue Eyes. This goes out to Baby Joker. It's over.
You're making up your own shit.
I'm making up my own shit. I'm like, what? Little Joker's not going to come after me. He's serving 5 life sentences. Right. And I would fax that over, and I would get a phone call. Is this true? I'd be like, yep, that's what they told me, buddy. I'm just sending you what they say, because I was just it was so monotonous, and it was the same songs over and over and over again.
The cholos that hung out in front of so they were mostly from the Rock Maravilla. Yeah, mostly the guys from the Rock. Some guys from Mariana. Anyway. Dude, they always played I'm Your Puppet.
That's another one. There's another.
Always, bro. Like that song, bro, is the and of that whole song, you know what sticks in my head? The guy that does the triangle.
I'm rolling my eyes.
Bing, 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 bing. Like that's the thing that stays in my head. Pull my little string.
And I'll think of you.
Yeah.
I'm your puppet.
Right, dude?
Oh, my God.
That either brings a good memory or a gut, though.
It was every week. And I knew what I was walking into every week, because I would be on the air during the week, and this was just to get extra hours. And it was just the same people calling for the same songs. No variety. I got to know them. I would go be in public, and they would come meet me.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Gabe. I didn't know that's what you look like. We never know what you look like. But I'm like, who are you? It's like I'm La Blue Eyes. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
No way. La Blue Eyes? Wow.
But they call me. It's like, my name is Jenny.
And you're like, and how are the 5 kids?
How are things?
The 60s songs and 70s songs kind of take me back to Bonnie Beach. To when my mom used to cut hair. She was a stylist. So all of those, like, I'm a Joker, all those.
Steve Miller Band.
That was in that vein. But something weird happened when in the 80s they started making movies about the Vietnam War. And then a lot of those songs became something different than they were when I was growing
They
up.
became a lot of anthems for these movies, like Good Morning Vietnam, Platoon, stuff like that. Just
Right.
there's
Like,
something happening
that's
here.
it, right? It's every stop. Hey, what's that sound? Let me look
Yeah.
what's going down. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Yeah, that song when I was a kid reminded me of, my dad in the 70s and growing up in East LA.
Yeah.
But now it doesn't anymore. Now it reminds me of Platoon. It reminds me of every movie in that vein ever made,
Yeah.
because that song and the
Oh,
CCR.
Yeah. Oh, and Full Metal Jacket. At the end, where like Stanley Kubrick did such a good job where they're walking and it's all smoky and fire and they're singing the Mickey Mouse song, M-I-C.
Oh my God, yes.
See you real soon.
K-E-Y.
And it gives you the goosebumps.
Because we like
Because
you.
it's such a horrific situation and they're just trying to get their heads out of where they are.
Right.
But God, it gives me the goosebumps now just thinking about it. Just
M-O-U-S-E.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck,
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse,
But-
Donald Duck. Forever you have to hold the hand up high, 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 high. Now it's time to say goodbye to. Oh shit, I remember that too.
Wow.
I know, dude.
Stop it. You're gonna forget your kids' names.
Because it really affected me. And then I remember as a kid, Cats in the Cradle was
CCR was a great example, by the way. I do
the
like that.
CCR one. But which one is it? Because they have a song that's almost in every.
Yeah, my favorite was as long as I can see the light is my favorite.
I wanna know. No, that's Have You Ever Seen the? Have you ever seen the rain? Yeah. Looking out my back door. I love all those, bros. Those just take me to a beautiful
But that's
place.
also I remember loving like Gladys Knight and the Pips.
And the Pips.
Yeah.
I used to think. Did you used to think that it was Pimps too?
Yes.
Dude, it wasn't until way later in life that I was like, "Oh shit, it's Pips."
Pips.
P-I-P-S.
But
For the longest, I thought it was the Pimps.
Yeah, but still to this day, like on my playlist, Midnight Train to Georgia, I still absolutely love that
I'm
song.
leaving. She's leaving home. I'm in the train to Georgia.
Or like old Smokey Robinson, like Tears of a Clown.
Bro. I love. I mean, come on, bro.
Because what's that song I played in my car? It's not Tears of a Clown.
People say I'm the
Yes.
life of the party 'cause I tell a joke.
I'm like that's so reflective on a comic's life.
Oh my God, yeah.
The Tracks of My Tears. That's what it's called. Ah.
Yeah. Wow.
So take a good look at my
Although
face.
You might be laughing loud and deep inside I'm blue.
Yeah.
So take a good look at my face. Dude, I can't hear that song without crying a little bit for some reason.
Because it's so there's as much as it's a singer, that applies to the stand-up life. It's just we have to be that happy guy every day.
Yeah.
And people assume, and we can't let them know that, we experience illness, death, the stuff that everybody experiences. And sometimes, we still have to go on stage.
Yeah, and there's parallels, because if you see me, hanging with another girl, looking like I'm having fun, although she may be cute, she's just a substitute because you're the permanent one. Yeah, for comedians, sometimes it's like that. It's like we're on a different plane right now. Yeah. But if you see me doing a show and you think that just because I'm making everybody laugh and everybody's having a good time, then you think I'm having fun.
Yeah.
It sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'm fucking hurting inside.
You and I both know this.
Yeah. 100%.
And any entertainer listening to this will understand that this applies.
Yeah. Dude, there's a reason why I don't do some of these songs as karaoke songs. Yeah. You've never heard them before, because I wouldn't be able to get through them without crying. I definitely can't get past Cats in the Cradle, dude. Because when I was a kid, my dad used to listen to that, and my dad would drink and get sad because my dad's an orphan. So he cried at that song because for him it was like, fuck, I wish I had a dad that would, this would apply to.
Yeah.
But when I got old enough to want to be like my dad, to want to emulate my dad, like if you've seen me perform and you've seen me kill and get a standing ovation, but you meet my dad, and you say to me, man, you remind me of your dad, that to me means way more than
That's the compliment.
standing ovation, any of that shit. You know what I mean? And so in that song, bro, when he gets to the end and he's like, he realizes like I can't hang out with my son, but my son is a man and he's taking care of his responsibilities and he's being a dad. Holy shit, he's a dad the way I am. I raised a good son. I can't get past it, bro.
Wow.
I can't.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Well, I mean, fuck, dude. You know, it's a whole story about I want my son to be like me. I want my son to be like me. I want to teach my son. And in the end, that final verse is like, you see, my car's got in trouble and my kids got the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's sure nice talking to you, right? And I would never get past. And as I hung him the phone, it occurred to me, I can't even finish that thought, bro. Without I'm not going there, because that's just a punch in my heart, bro.
Yeah.
Just, and that's a fucking song that if it played at the right time, in the right moment in my life, I would cancel a show, buy a ticket to go visit my dad in Honduras, or call him and tell him, you need to get on a fucking plane and come and see me.
Would he come?
Yeah. Yeah. The reason I don't do it is because I know that he would. And I respect. So my dad, long story. My dad was orphaned as a kid, 4 years old, lived with his family, moved out when he was 10 or 11, went to the city, you know, started learning how to do this, learning how to fix cars, learning how to clean cars, and then he ended up in a boat, blah, 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 ended up in the United States, came here, busted his ass, had a really bad accident, broke his leg really, really bad. Had disability, and then he was like, you know what? I have a little bit of money. Let me go back to Honduras. Bought some property and 6 cows. You know, a decade or so later, we were up to about 1,000 head of cattle.
Wow.
He's, you know, killing it. And so when my dad comes here, he's an old guy living in a nice house, doing puzzles.
Yeah.
What I do is, whenever something happens in the house, like if we'll have a broken pipe, right? I'll cut out all the parts, or I'll have the guys that come and fix it cut out all the parts that are wet, make sure that everything there is good, and leave it. So that when my dad comes,
he has something to do.
I'm like, Dad, I got this hole over here, this hole over there, this crack over here. And he's just, oh, mijo, let me did.
Yeah.
Oh, Handy Manny is in the house. Handy Manny. And he Handy Manny's it. And then, but then once that's done.
Back to puzzles.
Yeah, and he fucking hates it. Because in Honduras, even though he's 92, I think now,
Shit.
he's still the guy. You know, he doesn't have dementia. He's old.
He still has purpose.
He has purpose. He
That's
wakes
the key.
up and tells the workers or whatever, you know, go do this, go do that, go fix this. Oh, you're so stupid. How could you not do that? You know what I mean? But he's 92, bro. He's in his 90s and he's still pretty okay. And if he was really bad, he'll come. Because he treats United States like an old car and the mechanic. Once it starts, you know, we got to take the car back.
Yeah.
That's what America is to him.
Got it.
Whenever, like, if he faints or some weird shit like that, okay, got to go to America. And then he comes here and he gets everything done and he takes it and blah, blah, blah. And then once the doctor's like, okay, you're on track, just stay the way you are, keep eating the way you're eating. Hey, where the fuck are you going? You know, he's gone, bro. He's out. That's it. He's done. Because in Honduras, he's eating some vegetables, some fruits, but it's not like, it's easy here, believe it or not. Like, it's easy in America to be a vegetarian, even a vegan now. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You know, in Honduras, I mean, you know, like I remember we tried, bro, really hard to get my dad to eat turkey bacon.
That's not real.
That shit ain't happening,
You know,
dude.
I'm on your dad's side on this one.
You're one of those guys?
I'll be like, turkey bacon? Nah, go fuck yourself.
I have been eating turkey bacon so long that I fucking love it now. Bro, my mom like she always had hints of let's be
Healthier.
healthier. Do you remember this fucking product back in the days? I think it was in the 70s called Sizzling.
I do remember.
Yeah, we used to fucking do that. It's a substitute.
Yeah.
It was before turkey bacon or any of that shit. Sizzling. My mom used to do that sometimes.
No, that was just where they removed, like basically they chopped up, make it ground bacon, got rid of the fat.
Oh, so it was still.
It was still pork. It was still, and that was just.
Oh, I
it
didn't
was
know
just,
that.
It was just they just got rid of the fat and just reconstituted to make strips. That's all sizzling was.
Oh well, we did that, and then, dude, dude, yesterday, because Nicholas can't do turkey bacon, he just does regular bacon.
It's a good kid right there.
Yeah,
Good kid.
so she made them, and I took a bite. Oh God, oh my God, it felt like thick foam. I could taste the lard. I was like, I can't do it anymore, bro. I would have to make it so crunchy that you can't taste any of the lard in it. Now, that I know.
You're such
I
a-
feel like I'm betraying
Oh,
my
man.
roots,
Yeah.
bro.
Where's your man card?
But those are my dad's. Now, when I came back from Honduras, I was 15, and that's when I really started listening to like my kind of music, not my mom, not my dad, because up until then, I had never had control of
The music.
or anything. They played it, I just listened to it. That was it. 15 was when I had my own radio. I started listening to Kiss FM, started listening to the pops, started listening to that. And at that point in time is kind of when the late 80s is like, it wasn't disco, but it was like the Stacy Q and all those fucking songs.
Two hearts that beat as one.
I need. That's our Don Quixote, Sancho Panza. Boop, 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 boop. White lines go. Whoa, ticket to ride the white line highway. Tell all your friends that they could go my way. All of those. The expose taking me to the point of no return. Oh. All of that was just one big giant. Let's go to parties. Let's go to backyard parties. Florentine gardens. But it was not a specific song. Because I love
Stevie B.
you. That shit. And then in the middle of that, and I'll never forget it, and I don't know why. And it's interesting. I want to know how you felt about this song, because I was proud and ashamed of this song at the same time, and I can articulate why. But because right now you're just a liar, a straight mentirosa.
Mellow man,
Today
ace.
you tell me something y mañana otra cosa. I love the fact that song was like everybody played it. It wasn't just in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like you go places, and I don't know how high it hit on the charts, but it was like, a top 40 song that was English and Spanish. I was so proud as a Latino that shit was happening. But the other part was like, fucking really? This song?
Yeah.
This song.
This is what puts us on the map.
This is the thing that you white people are going to cling to. This is how you're going to judge us. Fuck. But then it was catchy.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
It was great for what it accomplished, because that song was really for people like you and I who speak both languages.
Right.
And songs like this didn't exist, and I think that's kind of why it took off the way it did for people of our generation. Our parents, not so much.
It might have
first-
been the first Spanglish song.
I think so.
Because did Freddie do Spanglish, or did Freddie Fender just...
I think he just did English.
Yeah, I know he did Spanish too.
Yeah, but full Spanish and full English, but he never intertwined the two.
He never did the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this might have been the first hit song.
And like the Texas Tornadoes, hey baby,
¿Qué
¿qué pasó?
Thought I was your only vato.
See, so that intertwined it too. But that was, I don't know what came out first, but that was catchy.
Because that was the first one. Right, then the next one of its kind was Rico.
Yeah.
Suave.
But also like when when the Macarena came out, and that took over that took over the country overnight.
Again, bro. Like, really?
A re-release.
Of all the shit that we put out, this is what the fuck you're putting out there?
But think about it from all the white people, especially the ones that love country music, that go to line dancing bars.
Right.
This song has instructions. This song, so
Right.
tell me what to do.
Right,
I know I don't have rhythm, so I'll follow along with this.
And you know what was funny? The Hey Macarena let people that didn't speak Spanish be a part of the song.
Yeah.
Because I remember going to places to play that song for like quinceañeras and stuff and the celebrations, and they didn't know it. Baila tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, right?
Yeah.
But they would just be like,
But-
and they'd be
it.
like, hey Macarena, and that's that was a part that they got. Yeah, but back in those days, right? I was trying to listen to music that if I played and there was a girl in the car. I had a Datsun 510. It was a piece of shit, but it was perfect. It was nice, and you know what I mean. I had all the cassettes except of course with the fucking DJ talking. It's 45 degrees. And
D's grease.
Or it would have love songs on the coast, and then Coast 103, and then after it was love songs with Delilah.
Yeah, I
And then
remember Ted Ziegenbusch. I don't because that name Ziegenbusch
I
just stuck
remember
in
Ted
my head. And he was
Ziegenbusch,
the
too.
night guy on the coast. And so the coast it was 103.5 the coast, and it was just all love songs all the time. And I just called it the Slit Your Wrist channel because, especially at night, it's like, oh my God, if you just want to suck on a tailpipe and really slit your wrist, listen to Ted Ziegenbusch. And you could tell he was just listening to his cup of coffee.
Yeah.
All right, it's 70 degrees in Los Angeles, 62 degrees in Orange County, and it's 59 degrees along the coast.
Yeah.
And it goes into a song I'll never forget.
Oh, dude, at that time, you know what song I loved to hear, bro? And I never heard it enough growing up, and I loved it. The song "When I'm With You" by Sheriff. Is it "When I'm With You"? I think it's called "When I'm With You," or but I never needed love like I need you. And I never live for nobody, but I live for you. And when I was young, I could hit that high note. Ooh, babe, lost in love is what I feel. Dude, that song, bro, when I was a teenager, oh, man. It was like that song it put me in a space where I was like, I'm going to find love one day. I'm going to find love like that one day. And then as I got older, bro, I'm walking out of Days of Thunder. The song, the movie's over, and let's roll credits the credits roll, and then I hear boom, ding, boom, boom, ding, boom, boom, and it's a song by Maria McKee. It's called "Show Me Heaven," and it's not even a part of the movie. It's just
in the credits
at the end. I fucking love that song so much. And one day, God, I wish Albert was here, because as I start talking about it right now, you would just see his eyes roll into the back of his head, because we lived together and we were doing spring cleaning. So we had to clean the entire house, and we had just moved in. So we wanted to disinfect the whole place. It was an apartment on Otsego Street and had a little loft. Anyway, it took us 8 hours to clean the whole house. I had that song
on repeat.
On repeat for 8 fucking hours, bro. 8 hours, dude, straight. And I got to give it up to Burton, because anybody else would have said, what the fuck? Stop this shit. At some point after what? When would you have been like, dude?
5 times, 10 times.
There you go. Albert went, you know what? I want to see how long this son of a bitch plays this goddamn song. And dude, 8 hours, bro. And I only stopped because we were done and we want to go eat something. But that show me how, uncover me, dude. And she's like, nobody knows who she is. She's just like this, and I don't even know if that song was a hit or not. But then I saw her on some obscure late night show, and they were talking to her, and I was like, oh my God, she's the one that sings that song, because I've never even seen a video of it or anything. I don't know what she looks like. Yeah. To this day, I've never checked. But those songs like influenced me in such a beautiful, like sensitive kind of a way. It took me to that place. And then I started discovering that music puts me in certain modes. And now as an adult, as a comedian, like, dude, I was telling you this the other day, I cannot listen to Metallica, Unforgiven, before I go on stage.
Let's see where this story goes.
Ever. No. Dude, I don't know what it does to me, bro.
Does it make you angry? Because I think it's like a Metallica sad song.
It makes me intense. It makes me get rid of the buffers. And for you people that don't understand what buffers are for me, it's when I'm about to do or say something very edgy on stage, I'll put a buffer in there to kind of soften the blow, or a sentence that's going to kind of give you perspective on why I'm saying it. I get rid of all those when I listen to that song. You know?
When I drive to shows, I always try to happy song. When I say happy, stuff like Pitbull, stuff that I know is never going to fail. It's going to be happy because I'm trying to up my mood. Yeah. So when I park and I'm ready to perform, you know, I don't listen to any slow songs, no love songs, anything like that. I remember like when I finally started developing my own musical taste away from all the Spanish shit that my dad would play. Yeah. I didn't realize I was really flocking to like the black music. So like New Edition, I remember like memorizing their songs.
Cool it now.
The first song, the first girl I had a crush on, and she never knew I had a crush on her. But I learned LL Cool J's "I Need Love," and that's a long fucking song, and I memorized that whole with my cassette Walkman. I rewind it, play it again, rewind it, play it again. And I always thought, if I've never been married, but if I ever got married, All My Life by Casey and JoJo would be my first dance.
I love that song. That's a great song.
Like I still listen to that song to this day. But like old Jodeci and Keith Sweat, and like I love
Keith Sweat, like, bro.
You know, but like, you know, a great question that like a couple of radio interviews I've done, where like if you were stuck on an island by yourself and had a chance to listen to one album, what album would it be?
I know what it is.
What is it?
One. It's called One. It's all the number one hits
of the Beatles.
Of the Beatles.
Yeah. Okay, I had that. For me, it was Bob Marley, Legend.
Great. The reason why.
But now you're collecting all the number one hits.
That's why. And if it wasn't an album, and if it wasn't that, it would be cheating. But there is an album. It's called One, and it's all their hits.
And I want it.
But what I love about it is that it goes from their campy, "Can't Buy Me Love," you know, to their older, like different, you know.
Yeah.
Love, love, love. It's just
it shows their progression.
It's a variety of music that spans, you know, over a couple of decades or whatever. So that one, just because of the variety of it, it would, but I wouldn't. Like I just told you, I listened to Maria McKee for 8 hours. So it's not like I wouldn't listen to the same shit over and over again. I love that. No, before I go on stage, if I want to be emotional, but like giving emotionally, I listen to Chandelier.
Sia?
Yeah.
I wanna swing
from the chandelier, I wanna fly like a bird in the night. Yeah, that song. Feel my tears as they cry. I wanna be. Yeah, that gets me. Like if they're a good crowd, but not a great crowd, in the sense that that's not it. If like a Sunday crowd, where they're there, but they're never going to give you the energy of a Saturday crowd because that's not who they are.
Yeah.
But they're here way more than they are here.
Yeah.
That's a song that I sing because then it helps me get their emotions because they're very kind of a smart kind of crowd. But if I'm just doing like a Saturday night, sold out show, booming,
They're already pre-game. They're already sauced up.
then it's Iconopop all night.
Yeah.
That's the song. We always dreamed about this better life, this better life. Yeah, that or, hi, my name is Bob. I've got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns it. I get excited. Everybody knows I've got the magic in me. Oh, I can do that. Another song that I can't listen to before I go on stage, or I literally want to go on stage grabbing my balls, is Wanted Dead or Alive.
For me, it's anything from NWA, Straight Outta Compton. Like if I want to be angry, because remember, it's like I came up in black rooms, so I had to be more aggressive. You have to have 10-pound balls. You have to if you're gonna tackle you have to be bulletproof up there if it's a black crowd, because they'll let you know if they don't like you.
Right.
And so I would listen to Straight Outta Compton, and if I'm not finished with the album, I'm finishing it in the car while I'm parked before I go into the club. Like that's what I would used to do.
Wow. I used to listen to Criss Cross in the beginning of my career. And because of them, I got into cross-colored jeans back in the day when they had them. Those are my favorite jeans of all time. Like, those fit me the best of any jeans that I've ever had in my life. I just loved the way they wore. I loved the way they felt. I loved the way they looked. And then Criss Cross was, they were that song. You know what I mean? Criss Cross, make you jump, jump. Don't try to compare us to another band, little fan on the Mac in a bag, and you're something that you never had. I make you jump, jump, wheel, and shake your arm, because I be kicking the thump outside like you want to jump. How high, real high, because I'm just so fly, a young, lovable, huggable type of guy. And everything is to the back with a little slack, because inside out is miggity, 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 guy.
So, concert right here.
Now, I actually remade a song back in the day when you couldn't remake it. I don't remember how I did it, but I found a way to lower vocals and raise music to supersonic, but I rewrote it.
JJ Fad?
It was super comic. Boom, boom, super comic. I swear to God. It was so, yes. I'm embarrassed as well. You got to talk to Bert about these, bro. I wish he was here because he would just be fucking sticking the knife and even deeper, bro. He'd be pulling up shit that I don't even remember about those moments. But yeah, like I said, bro. I mean, dude, that was my intro song. Super comics, boom.
You played it in public?
Super comic, yeah. Super comic motivating jokes of the 80s. Yes, dude. It was late 80s, bitch. Come on now. What else do you want? It was, like I said, bro, I love the intro to Pictures of You. I know it's a long intro already.
The Cure?
Yeah. Dude, I re-edited it so that it's literally like 3 minutes of just that intro before it even kicks into the song.
Wow.
Because you can loop it. So you would have to just, fucking hit the buttons perfectly while I had the dual deck recorder.
Yeah.
So one was playing. And I hit it right there, I've been living so long with my pictures. I'm very emotional.
I feel that.
But yeah, and music allows me to connect with that side of me.
But music can take you wherever you want it to take you. That's what I love about music. And if you really embrace it for what it truly is, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be sad? Do you want to be sadder? There are those songs out there. Do you want to be drunk and sad? There's drunk sad songs out there. Do you want to be happy drunk? There's happy drunk songs out there. Just stuff like that as examples.
I sometimes listen to bagpipe music.
Bagpipe?
I love the bagpipe music, bro. And not the... I mean, there's a lot of other stuff, especially ones with the drums in it.
Yeah.
I love that. And classical. Oh my God, bro. I I love listening to the Four Seasons, Antonio Vivaldi.
But a lot of that stuff is because that's instilled in us because of Looney Tunes. They created something that they didn't know they were doing. So a lot of us that watch Looney Tunes, they had
Wait, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So classical music, a lot of people our age are drawn to it because we grew up on it because of Looney Tunes, because they played so much classical music within the Roadrunner and Bugs Bunny and Donald Duck and all that, and that was the background, and you did not know that you were falling in love with classical music.
Holy shit. I just loved it.
Yeah, there's a reason.
My dad, again, this is why I love my dad, and this is why I like so much respect for him. When we were kids, he heard that playing classical music to children helped them study, and they were smarter. That's what he said. And so he would get classical music for us, or listen to it was like 91.5 or some shit, like way in the beginning of the dial, 89, 80 something. I think back in the day it was like USC classical music, and that's how I learned about Brahms and Vivaldi and dude, Ode to Joy, bro. Yeah. I can listen to that song. Yeah. It's just I don't know what they're singing in German. I don't know, but man.
When my mom was pregnant with my youngest sister, I would take my Walkman and put the headphones on her belly and play classical music.
No way! Do you remember what artist?
No, because it was a lot of Mozart and a lot of Beethoven. Those were the two that I was drawn to the most.
Yeah.
And my mom remembers that she would say that my sister would kick a lot because she was when I would put like the two little headphones on her belly. And that's so that's the smart sister. I call her the smart sister.
There you go. So see, yeah, dude, like and you know, so many of those have been in so many. Dun, 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 dun. That's Ode to Joy.
And everybody knows them.
That's Ode to Joy.
You don't realize that you know them, or you may not know the title.
Right. Yeah, because a lot of those are just in a lot of movies.
Because I still love Pavarotti. Like I listen to him to this day.
Yeah, they're singing like I. That's one thing that I never got into the sonatas as much, but I did. Like I used to. My parents used to play it. If I said I have to study, and I was at the dinner table, my dad would put. I don't know how he got the Four Seasons. I don't know what, but he would play the Four Seasons, and that like album would go, and I would just do my homework, and it was such a. Still to this day, I listen to all that stuff. Not as much, but then there were the songs. There were the songs that I feel were like barrio songs, like songs that if I went to hang out with white friends or black friends, they didn't play them. But dude, if you were a DJ in East LA when I was growing up, and you were whatever, a quinceañera, a baptism, a wedding, whatever it is, and there weren't that many people on the dance floor, you would just hear. You'd look at the DJ and he'd look at the go, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna get everybody on the dance floor. Mm-hmm. And all you knew all the viejas were gonna go out when you hear din 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 din. Dude, that was it. Bam, 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 bam. There's a party in the house and you'll be rocking tonight, dude. Everybody would come out for that song. But you were a DJ. Yeah. You actually did it. Mm-hmm. So, and you had a card, so you only had the songs that you had in your repertoire.
So those, because that was like the freestyle era, which is it was a short era, but that was also like that song. Look out, weekend, 'cause here I come.
Because weekends were made for fun. Dun 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 ba ba bum.
And as it progressed, like the hip hop era was so easy. It was so much fun to play those when I was doing clubs.
Right.
And I would.
Because what were the songs?
I would always tell like the owners of the club, look, I'm going to increase bar sales by 10% because I will play a shitty song. Your bartenders have that much time to get drinks. I will empty the floor and I will get it back in 5 minutes. And it'll be a hit song like "Hypnotized" by Notorious B.I.G.
Okay.
And it's the beginning that hits it, or "California Love" by Dr. Dre and Tupac.
That's it.
As soon as you're California love. Everybody's just running. Yeah. But Dr. Dre was just brilliant at the bass line, so that's why I liked like Straight Outta Compton. But it's like he knew, like Dr. Dre, if you know anything about him, he's a composer. He liked all that old song. So his big thing was that bass line, that do 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 do, like that was him, and that triggers makes you run. The lyrics don't make you run; it's the bass line that makes you run. Like what you were saying, you know.
Yeah, or look out weekend.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-dum,
Yeah.
ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum,
That's it.
ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. That was it. Like that was it.
And if you're starting that song while you're finishing a song, so people can already hear that that's the song that's coming up next,
Right.
They're already shoving themselves onto the dance floor.
So that was okay. So it was Lookout Weekend. It was Stop Rocking in the House Tonight. Were there other Latino ones?
Yes, there was a.
Which one was the and I hate these songs, whether they're country or whether they're it doesn't matter to me, because everybody, this is how you know that the majority of human beings don't want to lead. They say they do, they say they are, but when you play certain songs that tell you exactly how to fucking dance, the dance floor is full.
Yeah.
You want to see a bunch of people dancing? Period. To the left, to the left, to the right,
the Cupid shuffle, and then like all those. But that even goes back to the electric slide. It's electric. Dun, 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 dun. I still don't know how to do these fucking dances.
Well, I used to love the hoedowns. We went to a couple when I was a kid, because my uncle used to live in Texas. So we actually went to real hoedowns where a dude wasn't singing a song. He was literally
telling people what to do.
Yeah, and for remember it started. Okay, now grab your partner, do do. Now man with the left and man with the left. Now get on your knee, and they would just make it up, and everybody would do exactly what that dude was saying. And I remember going, I don't like this shit.
Well,
don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, shocking to me. Going to country nightclubs where they play country music. And, it's a ton of line dancing. For the most part, I'd say it's 80% line dancing. It amazed me, and my mind was blown how much hip-hop they play. And they know exactly, because obviously it has a very specific beat, and everybody's pointing the same direction. How do you know how to do this with an Eminem tune? Like it's mind-blowing. Like, okay, and they all know, and they kick and step and turn, and it's like to hip-hop.
Yeah.
So, like...
It's happened twice to me in the past couple months. We did 2 casinos, and both casinos, as soon as we exited the theater, was a PB, I think PBA or something like that, in the professional whatever
PBR, yeah.
whatever that bar, and they played on one of them not one country song. It was all hip hop, and then at the other one they mixed a little bit of country with a lot of hip hop, but everybody was all, country
White.
ready, but it was weird.
Yeah.
I even was talking about, like, it was a point of contention, not a contention, but it was a point of discussion of like, this shit is weird.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Why are they playing all this hip hop stuff?
Why am I liking this music? I'm not liking the dance, but I'm liking this music.
Yeah, and so, but I do find it interesting that when you play any kind of song where it tells you how to dance, or everybody knows that there's certain dance to it, the Macarena, the da-da-da-da, I always kind of go, see, you're all followers, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing to be that person, not a bad thing to not want the pressure, you know what I mean, of having to make the decisions. I just wish that people were okay with that. I'm not a follower. That hasn't always been a good thing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's an arrogant fuck. He thinks he's better. That comes from me not being a follower.
Yeah, but
There's not...
You love karaoke. I hate it. You stand by yours. I stand by mine.
There you go. And that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're 100% right. Before we leave, though, we got to tackle how did, if at all, did grunge affect you? Because we were living in... I was living in, I would assume I'm sure it's the same, Spanish music, and Spanish was either country or Luis Miguel.
Yeah.
Or that, version of that. right? Those two. So one of them was Lovey Dovey.
Yeah.
The other one was Mario. That fucking drinking type shit.
Yeah.
Then in English, it was either rock or hip hop and R&B. R&B at first before hip hop, and then grunge changed everything, because all of a sudden in LA, just instead of KLOS and KMET, it was KLOS, KMET, and then I think it was 98.7 that became the alternative rock. And they started playing the Pearl Jams and all that kind of stuff.
Nirvana.
And the Nirvanas and the Black Hole Sun, won't you come? And all that. And Albert was really into it. As a matter of fact, Albert loves that song Jeremy so much that his son, his name is Jeremy because of the song. So that's how influential that music was to Albert, my brother. I respected it. It was a genre of music that I kind of didn't understand. Whiny white people.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah. The flannel and the holy jeans.
Like
I didn't
life is shit.
Yeah.
Like what?
I didn't get into the music until after the grunge era ended.
Okay.
That I started liking, I like some Nirvana, but I really love Foo Fighters.
Okay.
But it took Kurt Cobain killing himself for Foo Fighters to exist.
Right.
And Pearl Jam. Yeah, for the most part, I can't understand the guy Eddie Vedder. I can't.
Yeah. On a porch, a letter sat. It's on the ceiling on a porch, a letter sat. On a porch, a letter.
I did not get that at all. I did not get that at all.
I only know it because I was like you. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sing this as a karaoke song. Let me learn it. Shit! Oh fuck! That's what it says. That's how I got. But it's. I would say that grunge was music that stained. 'Cause it's always raining in my head. That kind of stuff. The emotional stuff I got into, the kind of whiny, have a shitty life, it's gloomy in Seattle.
Yeah.
Never connected
Leave
with
Seattle.
that.
Guess what? When I go to Seattle, it's fucking depressing. Go, leave.
Yeah, that's one of the jokes that I used to tell back in the day when I go to Seattle. I go, you guys have the highest suicide rate, but I don't feel sorry for those people. They say that you live in sad city that's always gloomy and always filled with clouds. Fucking move.
That's why I moved to Vegas.
Drive down the 5. You're literally right here. Take this down the 5. And you will end up at a place called San Diego. Temperature, average yearly, 78 degrees.
Clouds? None.
Never. But it was music that I kind of had to pay attention to just because I need to know. I need to be in touch, in tune with shit that's happening in the world. I used to actually do a bit about 15, 20 years ago, and the bit was one of the things I love about America is like, okay, so if you and I right now were to go, what do you think Mexican music is? You'll have an answer. What do you think Cuban music is? You'll have an answer. What do you think German music is? You'll have an answer. What do you think Polish music is? You'll have an answer. What's American? Is it R&B? Is it bluegrass? Is it country? Is it hip hop?
I think today.
Is it rock? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, today I think Taylor Swift has taken over the world.
But it's everything. Yeah. It's all of it. It's because whatever mood you're in, whatever thing you want, we have a genre of music that will, you know what I mean, give you
that will
fulfill that,
satisfy the palate.
Yeah, that will fulfill that. You want a love song that says I love you? We got that. You want one that says I love you but fuck you? Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge and I'm about to break. Dude, Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up when, dude. Shut up. Shut up, dude.
Well, that's gonna require editing.
That's gonna right. It's dude. I would fucking talk about like all that stuff, but I do love that it affects us in such a beautiful, awesome way. And you know what's funny is that right now, we do. We go to this place called Sunno, and we type in either lyrics or parameters. I'm gonna be performing here with this and
Oh,
this
I
and
have
this
this
and
app.
this. Yeah, and then
It creates the AI, the little AI clip.
and we just go rock, and then we just do it, and then we add images to it, and we put out a video. We do one. So there's one for this weekend. Well, by the time this airs, it's gone. But so I'm gonna post it now or after this, and so yeah. So now you can just go online and say I want a chick to sing this kind of a song in this version, and I want it to have this, and that, and the AI creates it for you, and it just makes a song. Now, it's interesting because it's not creating something that's never been created.
Yeah.
It's just either being so generic that you can't really say, okay, holy shit, or it's so bizarre and weird, but it's not creating anything because it's just the algorithm is just taking from all that's ever been done.
Yeah.
So, but that's music right now.
Yep.
Is that bad?
Well, I hate that we became the age of our parents where, like, back in my day, that was good music. Now we're the ones saying, back in our day, NWA took over the world. And, you know, it's like Michael Jackson was king, Madonna was, you know, just all these people that we grew up with.
Right.
And now, what are the 30-somethings saying? Britney Spears?
Yeah, Britney Spears and Alanis Morissette maybe, but I don't know where that lies. That was a great album. That album was like so interesting to me because it was it was the first album that I listened to that I was like, I don't give a shit about the music. What she's saying and how she's saying it is just so compelling to me.
She was singing to Dave Coulier the whole
Jagged
time.
Little Pill.
Her heartbreak was about Dave Coulier.
Cut it out. That's
who you're singing about? This harsh, aggressive song is about Dave, Uncle Joey from Full House?
Are you thinking of me when you fuck her? No, not Uncle Joey.
No, Uncle Joey. Apparently, Uncle Joey was a stallion.
No shit, dude. He left a mark on that pussy. He left scars on that vagina, dude. Wow. Yeah, there's so much influence in music. And I think that as artists, we just live in it and tap into it and kind of go through it. But it still affects me. I think that today one of the coolest things is being in a car with my nephews. And a song will come out. And they'll go, oh, shit, this is the jam. And I'll let them listen to it. And then, without even telling them, I'll play the original. Or where it was sampled from, whichever one it is. And just to see the look on their faces of like, wait, what the fuck? What is this? Wait, what is this? Wait, this was a song already? Just listen to it and enjoy it, brother. This is the original. Not better, not worse. This is just where it came from. And I'm sure that if I played this song to my father, he'd be like, no, hombre, mijo. This song was used to be, and then he'll probably get it from somewhere else. It's always like something that leads to something that leads to something that leads to something.
Yeah.
And then it affects the world. I'm jealous of singers. I think that
Hence your love for karaoke.
they get so much credit, bro. They get panties thrown at them, right? I mean, come on, bro. We're lucky if we get laid in the green room, you know, once every whatever as a comedians, you know? I mean, how often do really hot chicks offer us blowjobs and shit like that? I mean, it happens, but not with the Dude, I've never seen a green room to a comedian that compares to one of a rock. band.
Oh, of course not.
That's what I'm saying. And not even a great rock band. This is an average rock band.
Yeah.
Is like so, and you know, so part of me just wishes you could have those accolades. You know what I mean? Plus, they could sing the same goddamn song over and over. As a matter of fact, they got to a point where if they don't, could you imagine if Billy Joel doesn't do Piano Man at a concert?
Oh, I was mad. I experienced this.
Yeah.
And that was his encore.
There you go.
I'm like, that motherfucker better come back up and sing this fucking
You
song.
see what I'm saying?
Or go to a Journey concert and they don't sing Don't Stop Believing.
Don't stop believing. Right. So that I envy that. I envy that. Because you and I can tell a joke for a few years, maybe, but it's gonna get to a point where you just, even if, especially if you put it on an album, you put it on a special,
Yeah.
and it comes out, and everybody's like, oh my God, you know what I mean? You gotta do that joke, but they don't want you to do the joke because it's not like hickory dickory dock. That's a different thing. That was magical.
And he won't do them. He doesn't like doing them. I think he's forced to do them now, but like he stopped doing them. Like he refused to do it. Like it was played out. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right. Well, he doesn't, because once you do that, you're committing to the fact that you're not getting any new fans. You're committed to the fact that it's pure nostalgia.
But that's still your Don't Stop Believing. That's still
agree.
your Piano Man. If you're lucky enough as a comic to have such an
agree.
iconic bit, like Pablo Francisco with his little tortilla boy, you know, it's like so there's I can't name on one hand comics that have, you know, like
Get her done.
Jeff Foxworthy. You might be a redneck, but there are not a lot of them that have that
You might be a
catchphrase
redneck,
that
get her done.
defines their career.
That no matter what, right?
Even if they didn't do it, or if they felt they're losing the crowd, not like Jeff Foxworthy's going to lose a crowd.
Right.
But let's pull some of these out and
Right.
get them back on board.
Right.
They have that in their back pocket.
Yeah.
That's what I envy.
And I envy that because, I mean, I have Titiri, but, you know, it's still not.
And people still screaming out at you.
People still want it, and people still, that's my go-to to that moment. But, yeah, could you imagine being able to sing, like having to sing a fucking song to the point where you're like, ugh, I don't want to sing it anymore?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. That's amazing, man. Anyway, listen, Carlos Mencia, carlosmencia.com for any of your stories about music, what it did to you. What was it playing? Ooh.
I did it again.
Song playing when you lost your virginity.
I don't remember there being any music. I don't remember feeling anything either. Because I think she was a whore. I didn't feel any. I don't remember any music in the background.
She was like your dad took you to Tijuana and got you a hooker?
No. I just realized.
Like Adelitas?
Yeah. No, nothing like that. I don't remember any music. What's yours?
Back in Black.
AC/DC?
Yeah, that's what was playing. I mean, I was molested as a kid more than once, and one of them was, I mean, I say I was molested as a kid. I didn't look at it that way. My cousin, she was a teenager. I was an adolescent. I don't know, 10-ish, 11. So we were in the bathroom and she came in and she, you know, got on top, blah, 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 did her thing. And so, like, that's the first time I ever had penile, penetrative sexual intercourse. But I was like 10 or something. So I can't call that my divergenization moment. So when I was...
How about the first time you chose? Let's get past all these scenarios. The first time you chose.
Well, the first time I wasn't raped. Fuck me, man. Jesus. It was Back in Black. It was Back in Black, and it was in my sister's red Datsun B210.
Wow.
And I'll never forget, I put the guard back, and she came over. And no, I went over to her side because of the steering wheel. And, yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
So that's why you wear that shirt?
And here's how you know that it was my first time. The song only needed to be played. The whole experience is done.
Once we finished, we listened to the other half of the song.
It's true, dude. We listened to it one time, bro. And I think we might have had our clothes back on by the time the song was done, dude.
Let's listen to the next song.
Oh, my God. And she acted like it was a good thing for her, too. Oh, God, that was horrible. Oh, that was horrible. Anyway, Carlos Mencia, at carlosmencia.com, any of your stories. If something good comes up, we'll read them. Next week, we have a really good surprise. We're going to interview, I don't even know what to call them, magician, mentalist, illusionists. Back in my day, it was a magician. And I fell in love with magicians when I watched Tony Curtis play Houdini in that movie. And yeah, so anyway, next week, that's what we're going to do. Stay tuned, stay in touch, and live your best life, man. And play something right now as soon as this is over that makes you happy and brings you utter joy. And we're going to end on, what is the song that we're going to listen to the minute we get in his car to go get some sandwiches? Happy song. What is it?
First one that comes to mind is Pitbull, because we were talking about that earlier. Like when I want to get happy, or like I'm hyping myself
Which one?
up. Don't Stop the Party.
There you go. We're about to listen to Don't Stop the Party. All right, guys. Have a good one. Peace.
See ya.
Bye.